Adam Chris from MyMMAnews.com being joined by Jayme Hinshaw, taking on Kanna Asakura Japan at the Saitama Super Arena on December 29th. It's coming up in just a few days. I'm so blessed to have her with me. How are you feeling ahead of your Bellator debut?
I'm feeling a lot better than last week. I just got kind of over like a cold, so
Oh,
I'm
really?
doing a lot better.
It
Yeah.
makes it a little easier to travel, right?
Yeah.
So I got to ask, man, respectively, your biggest fight of your career, and how have you planned for Kanna exactly? I mean, how have you prepared for her in the gym for this fight?
I've been preparing like I normally do with any fight. I just sit there and work on everything. I'm doing wrestling, jujitsu, my boxing and kickboxing, and my Muay Thai every day. So it's not really a difference. It's just knowing her strengths and possibly what she's going to do and just kind of working around that.
Now I'm curious because I want to talk about the fight, but I also want to talk about this will be your first time in Japan. This is a big deal for you, and you're going to be spending the holidays around there. Do you have any big plans for outside of the fight? Are you going to be checking out some of the stuff in Japan? What tourist stuff do you plan on?
I'm gonna first of all, my job is there just to go and fight. And if I do have extra time, I will try to just sightsee and everything like that. But I don't have like any major big plans. I'm just gonna go out there and enjoy it.
Gotcha. You get in, get the job done. If there's room for extra fun and leisure afterwards, we'll deal with it. So you're fighting on a huge card. I mean, this is one of those that's going to go down in the history books, and the main event for this card has been a long time coming for any MMA fan. They've been dying to see Fedor versus Rampage, right? One, how's it feel for you to be a fan fighting on such a spectacular undercard? I mean, that has to be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, I think it's an amazing opportunity. Everyone, like all my fans and my friends and my family, they're pretty excited too that I'm on the same card as them.
So how, as far as being like a fangirl, I know I've listened to a couple of your other interviews and everything. You've said one of your biggest goals was to compete in Japan, right? So I got to ask, what does it feel like to be able to check that off the box? You know, end 2019 with a positive note, a nice goal accomplished.
It feels amazing. I actually never thought that I would be able to check that off of my list. And I thought it was going to be possible, I thought it would be a lot further in the future. So,
Right. So let's talk about the experience in this bout. Obviously, on paper, if we're going to judge it that way, you're less experienced to her, you know, having more times in the cage. But how do you feel about the experience factor? Does that even play in your mind?
no, I've always been the underdog or the person with less experience. I usually go up against people that have been athletic their whole life and has been in sports. Me, I haven't ever been in any sports. I've stepped in the gym when I was around 23 years old, and that's the only time. I'm only 30, so yeah.
What's that like to kind of start your athletic career such a in a later time in your adult life, right? Like you said, people have been doing it since they were kids. What's that like? Do you feel like you have a little bit of like catching up to do, or is it just a fun ride while you're here?
It's just a fun ride while I'm here. Um, like I said, it seems like it hasn't made a difference anyway. Um, so yeah.
That's awesome. So judging again, going on paper with this fight, submission artist versus submission artist, right? How do you anticipate this bout going on?
I don't really have like any predictions like it's gonna get in a knockout or a submission or anything like that. I just know that I'm gonna end up victorious at the end of the day. Whatever she's gonna give me, I'm gonna take it. Usually, most of the time, why I get the submission is because I knock them down and they don't like to be hit and they turn their backs and I take it. So, yeah, we'll see.
So, like we said, this is going to be a huge goal accomplished for 2019. What goals do you have going into 2020?
Um, I don't know. Like, I don't have really much of them right now. My goal is just to go out there and put a great performance and kind of soak it all in and go from there. I don't even know.
Well, you know what? I'm going to let you roll. You said you don't have much of a prediction. You're going to see how it plays out. But how about this? After you get this W, we'll talk again and we'll talk about some long term goals in 2020, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, check it out, Jayme. I appreciate you taking the time as always. And again, we had to kind of redo this because a little bit of errors on my part. So I appreciate you taking the time yet again. And best of luck in Japan. And this is such a great opportunity for you. I'll be sitting there right in front of the TV rooting for you.
Thank you so much for having me. The pleasure was all mine.
There she goes, Jayme Hinshaw ahead of her Bellator Japan bout and debut against Kanna Asakura. And it's going down to December 29th at the Saitama Super Arena. You do not want to miss this bout. For Jayme Hinshaw, I'm Adam Chris. Thank you for tuning in as always, and make sure you keep it locked to mymmanews.com for all your fight news needs.